to what seems to be a setback to the Congress party. Well, the Income Tax Tribunal has denied the Congress's plea to, as far as the action on their accounts are concerned. Sunil Prabhu is now joining us live from the newsroom. So, Sunil sir, this comes as a setback to the Congress. What is going to be the Congress's strategy now? There was, of course, this talk about the Congress moving the Delhi High Court as well earlier.
That's right. I spoke to the counsel for the Congress party, Mr. Vivek Tanka, who had actually argued the case in the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. He even requested them to stay the order, which they said they can't once the order is passed for 10 days because at present there is a midst of an election that is taking place, and if you're really cutting the hands of the Congress party by taking away 65 crores, then it becomes extremely difficult for them to actually have a level playing field. But having said that, the Income Tax Tribunal has refused to stay the income tax action to seek money from the Congress party, which they've already withdrawn 65.
So I'm also being told that I'm joined by Vivek Tanka himself. Mr. Tanka, going across to you. Thanks for joining us on NDTV. What is going to be the Congress's strategy now going further? This does come as a setback. You've said earlier that, it denies the Congress a level playing field. But with the tribunal rejecting the plea, what is going to be your further strategy now?
The only remedy before us is to approach the High Court, because the tribunal is amenable to the jurisdiction of Delhi High Court. Though I know it is a setback, it is also something which was not expected, because in tribunal, it is a very standard operating procedure to give stay orders on payment of 20%. And people who refuse to pay, even they get orders for payment of 20%. And this was one party which was saying we are in the midst of elections. We are one of the largest national parties. And please don't stop our accounts, because this is one way of infringing or violating the spirit of our democracy. But I feel in a 20-page order, the tribunal has rejected our plea. It has gone into the merits of the case, which was not necessary at this stage. But then in these days, you really to think that tribunals and these bodies, which are not constitutional bodies, would be able to stand up and protect SSCs like Indian National Congress is too much to expect. So we'll go to the High Court. We know that the constitutional courts of India are independent, and we will tell them what has happened to us.
Mr. Tanka, do you believe that you'll get relief in the Delhi High Court?
Prabhuji, we have to hope. We have to keep our hope alive. As an opposition, you have to keep fighting. Whether you get relief or you don't get relief, we are living in very difficult times. And these difficult times, it's only people who fight who can fight, who survive. So I'm sure we will fight to survive.
All right, Mr. Tanka, thanks very much for joining us with that. So, of course, as Mr. Tanka is pointing out, the only remedy before the Congress now is approaching the Delhi High Court. But, Sunil sir, what is going to be the political fallout of this? Because, this, of course, was being sort of politically being raked up by the BJP as well. And at a time when you already have, the Congress sort of losing its allies and, the optics around it. What do you think is going to be the political fallout of this?
Well, this couldn't have come at a worse time. I mean, if every paisa counts today in an election, and if 65 crores of yours is taken away, as you've already seen in the electoral bonds case, nearly 95% has been given to the ruling party. And the State Bank of India is refusing to even disclose that amount and has gone to the Supreme Court seeking, a delay of till the end of June, much after the election process is over. It's in this context that the Congress party, if it's going to lose 65 crores, it's a big setback, because definitely for them, money is really a key aspect. You have to fight elections, and for everything that you require in elections is money power, and that's definitely a big factor. And given the fact that you don't have this in for the Congress party, it's a big, as I said, you're really virtually cutting their limbs and asking them to run the race. So it's going to be definitely not a level playing field.
Mr. Amit Malviya of the BJP is also now with us. Mr. Malviya, would you agree with this point being made by the Congress that, this sort of action against the Congress, whether it is the SBI's move or, of course, the tribunal rejecting their plea, do you think it denies the Congress a level playing field with elections round the corner?
How does that deny the Congress a level playing field? Is it Congress's entitlement that they will not report their financial status and file income tax returns? Are they above law of this country? Did anybody stop the Congress party from filing returns? Now, if you haven't filed returns for years altogether, and as the income tax authorities have levied a notice on you, you have to comply. What is the question? Where is the question of level playing field? Is the Congress seeking special privileges here?
But Mr. Malviya, what would you say to those who question the timing? Those who say that this couldn't have come at a worse timing, not just for the Congress, but perhaps at a time when you have elections round the corner. Many question the timing of this, of this move.
I want to ask those who are questioning the timing, did anybody stop the Congress from filing returns? Why have they not filed returns for several years now? There were no elections last year. There were no elections before that. Why did the Congress not file returns?
Okay.
And are you saying the Income Tax Department should not do its job and shut shop and go home because it's the Congress party?
All right. Mr. Amit Malviya there of the BJP saying that the income tax is doing just its job, but the Congress says that this denies them a level playing field and the only remedy before them now is approaching the Delhi High Court.